What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag GSM for GM Season 4, Episode 41 here in WWE 2K25 MyGM Mode. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. We are here on the Fallout edition of SmackDown coming out of Bash in Berlin 2008, where Seth Rollins defended his WWE Championship successfully against Kane, and Becky Lynch kept her 2+ year reign as WWE Women's Champion intact by beating Charlotte Flair. So here's the fallout. AJ Styles and Jacob Fatu will collide tonight in a backstage brawl. They will meet next week one more time. They have currently traded, they're currently one win apiece. They've traded wins back and forth for the last few months. They will have their rubber match next week and a last man standing match. And the winner of that match will advance to face Seth Rollins, most likely at our next pay-per-view for the WWE Championship. And our next pay-per-view is... what's our next show? Oh, Survivor Series. All right, cool. Anyway, Candice LeRae and Jada Parker will run it back, easy for me to say, one-on-one, after I believe it was Candice who beat Jada Parker a few weeks ago here on SmackDown. So they will collide on SmackDown here tonight. Seth Rollins addresses the audience following his successful championship defense at Bash in Berlin. Julia calls out Lita for a match. She wants to go one-on-one with Lita, so we will get that match soon here on SmackDown. Charlotte will call out Becky to show her respect towards the WWE Women's Champion who beat her fair and square at the show. We will have a Triple Threat #1 Contenders match for the United States Championship. That's the match we're going to be watching. The winner of that match will move on to face Gunther for the United States Championship soon here on SmackDown. And in our main event for the first time here on the Blue Brand, Roman Reigns squares off with Kane in Kane's first official match here on SmackDown, with Jey Uso getting involved, who has unfinished business with the Tribal Chief. So that's our show. I think we're good with all the logistics and the power cards. We took care of everything earlier, so yeah, I think we're all set. That fixed match option we're using next week for AJ and Jacob. I'm making sure AJ wins because they want to do AJ and Rollins, which I don't know. I think we've done the match on SmackDown, but not as a formal feud. So, yeah, we will use that on AJ next week. But we'll get going with the show. I really want to get to that Triple Threat match. Confirm booking. We are in Brooklyn, New York, actually where Raw was this past week. Funnily enough, for the first Raw of 2026 in real life. So, same arena, same city. We're hosting SmackDown here tonight. Alright, so we're going to simulate the backstage brawl between AJ and Jacob Fatu. Outcome doesn't really matter, but Fatu gets the better of AJ. They will collide next week in a last man standing match. 2,000 more fans for SmackDown. Thank you, Seth Rollins. Alright, the rematch between Jada and Candice as they run it back. Simulate. 3. Candice wins again. Another consecutive win over Jada Parker. New feud between Julia and Lita. All right, perfect. And we're going to be watching this match. Aleister Black, Finn Balor, and Penta in a #1 Contenders Triple Threat match for the United States Championship. You talk about long reigns for Becky Lynch. Gunther has had an equally, well, not quite as equally, but pretty close to it, historic run as the United States Champion since trading in the Intercontinental title for the United States Championship before 2007, the end of 2006. He has held that title ever since. He has been a champion for over a year and a half here on SmackDown, with wins over Ilya Dragunov in consecutive great matches with that championship on the line. Javon Evans, Finn Balor, Aleister Black. On last week's SmackDown he beat. He's actually never faced Penta. Penta's a new face here on SmackDown. It's a fresh face here on Friday nights. So that would be a fresh match if Penta were to win here, but Penta's coming off a win at the Bash in Berlin show. He knocked off Andrade in a Raw vs. SmackDown Iron Man match, despite losing to Finn Balor in his debut last week as he and Black team up to take out a common enemy in Finn Balor. Neither Penta nor Black have ever beaten Balor before in singles competition. Black did beat Balor in that gauntlet match a few months ago to become the #1 contender to the Star Spangled Prize before ultimately losing to Gunther on last week's SmackDown, where he put up a great fight before falling short. Gunther has had a great run. He also knocked off Obafemi in non-title action, kind of sending him packing from SmackDown not too long ago. But he was Intercontinental Champion. Gunther beat CM Punk to retain the title. Rey Mysterio he took the title from. LA Knight, he lost the championship to briefly before beating him to get the belt back. Dragon Lee, among others. As Balor showboats on the apron. Black goes to work on Penta, newcomer here to SmackDown. Love the offense of Black. Just taking the kicks to Balor as Penta takes down Black. Balor back to his feet with a kip up. As Penta right where he wants him in the ropes. Throws him to the outside. Bounces off the ropes. Beautiful move there from Balor over the top. Now looking to take all the shit off the commentary table, looking to put Penta through the table. There are no disqualifications in a triple threat match, hence why Black has the kendo stick. Balor off the apron, going to the top turnbuckle. Could be bad news for one of these two men, and Balor doesn't get all of it and going for both. Penta immediately capitalizes and strikes down Penta with a chop, or strikes down Balor with a chop in the chest. Penta going for Black. I believe he missed, getting laid out with a slam there from Black.
Balor not backing down one bit.
Now Balor taunting Black. Oh, beautiful knees right to the face from Black. Great Hurricane Rana there from Penta. Just all three of these men exchanging offense here on the outside. Got to win the match in the ring, though, so just looking to weaken their opponents. Penta no-sells the kendo stick. Not the second time, though, as he takes down Black. He gets obliterated with that kendo stick from Balor. Ooh, nice drop kick there from Balor to Black. Oof. Potentially a third match loading between Balor and Black. Both guys have been beaten by Gunther with the United States Championship on the line. Nice drop kick there from Balor. Penta gets thrown over the top rope by Black, and Finn chucks Black. Oh, damn. Nice double stomp there to Black. Could have the match won. Just a kick out at one. Penta was not back in the ring in time anyway. Balor getting stunned there. Black again taking the offense to Balor, kicking him down, and right there, knees to the face. And the cover on Balor. Penta just going to watch. Oh, and a kick out at two. I think Penta's frozen.
What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
There we go. Okay, Penta might be back into it. He was fucking frozen there for a second, which was weird. All right, Balor. Beautiful takedown there from Black. Penta back into it. He was frozen there in time. Back body drop from Balor. He's going to the top. Could hit the coup de grace on either one of these men. Penta back to his feet. Goes for a diving elbow and instead gets half of Penta in the back as he rolls to the outside. Balor taking advantage of Aleister Black. Throws him into the turnbuckle. Wants to take him down so he can hit that coup de grace. Here we go. But Penta with the beautiful Mexican destroyer. That quick move. Two. Oh, almost got the 3 count on Balor. Almost won it out of nowhere. Oh, Black with the spinning knee kick right to Penta, lays him out.
What does he have planned?
As Balor picks up the pieces, throws Penta face first into the turnbuckle. Lays him out with a slam in the middle of the ring. Going to the top for that coup de grace. Black now. He gets Penta up. Balor can't go for that coup de grace as a result, but he takes down Black with that backstabber. Now he goes for that coup de grace. Could connect now. Balor. He can't connect. Black gets up. It's not the right time. Oh, he rolls up Black. He rolls up Black. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Penta did not even get to it in time anyway. He was distracted by the chair. Beautiful sling blade there from Penta as he goes to the quick cover on Balor, but Black is right there to break it up. Penta thrown to the apron. Black looking to pick up the pieces of Finn Balor. Oh, great dropkick there from Penta. Doesn't look like he connected, though, as he now goes to work on Black. Oh, double team here. Unlikely alliance from Penta and Finn Balor. But Balor capitalizes. 1916 brainbuster on Penta. 1, 2. Oh, no, he got it. Balor got it. Black broke it up too slow. He was a quarter of a second away from breaking up the pinfall. Balor earns another opportunity at the United States Championship.
One man could be left standing. One man out of 3. It was always bound.
Black was so close. A great match, a fun match while it lasted. Finn Balor getting another step closer to becoming that United States champion again. Actually, for the first time, he's never held gold here on SmackDown, at least as singles gold anyway. Good shit, good shit. Charlotte calls out Becky. Simulate that main event. Kane picks up a big win over Roman Reigns with an assist from Jey Uso. And Roman Reigns knows it will not be over between him and Jey until Jey Uso says it's over. I made $50,000. We're closing in on $1 million, which is not bad at all. Really? We got the backstage brawl thing now, which we could have used for this past week, but it's fine. We're still got to close that gap fan-wise, but we're not doing too bad. Chicago, Illinois tonight. Punk's not back. Fuck. Nick says, hey there again, Regal. I've been watching the progress of SmackDown this season. You're putting up a better fight, blah, 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 blah. All right. Gunther says, hey, boss, I have a proposition for you. How about you and I have ourselves a little partnership the next few weeks? You have my back, and I'll have yours. The fans will love it. What else could you ask for? I'm going to say no. Having, myself cheat to beat Balor, unless we're turning Balor babyface, I'm not doing that. So he's not happy, but I don't care. Becky says, hey, boss, I've been talking a lot with Lita lately, and she had this great idea that should we team up for a tag match? Can I convince you to take a chance on us and book us in a match? Okay, so if we do that, Lita and Becky versus who? Julia? It's kind of a tough match to do. Because who would Julia be teaming, or who would her partner be? Candace? I feel like then Jada getting involved. I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, because then it would have to be what? Julia and Charlotte? And Julia and Charlotte were rivals, so I'm gonna say no. Sorry, Becky. Penta wants a match with Roman Reigns. We promised them that match. So tonight, I know we're doing AJ and Fatu. No interference. That's going to be a last man standing match. And we're going to fix that outcome. Spoiler alert. Alright, because they want AJ to become the #1 contender to the WWE title. We will do that. Let's have... what was I going to do? Punk is still out for 3 weeks. Jimmy's back next week. Jimmy, well, I don't know if I'll bring him back next week, but he is back on the sooner side. Anyway, I'm going to have Roman call out Jay after Jay cost him that win last week. Roman calls out Jay. We'll do a rematch between them on the Go Home show. So Jay will call out Roman next week, and we'll do one more match between them. Then I might have Jey Uso. I would like for him to win. And I'm going to use that fixed match option. Alright, fixed match. We're going to buy that. We're going to use one on AJ Styles this week. Boom. Cool. Alright. So AJ's definitely winning this. We're doing Rollins and AJ for the WWE title at the next pay-per-view. Generates extra revenue. We don't need that. Bonus of fans for the week. We'll do Seth Rollins in that role. Injury rehab. So we could use this on getting Punk back. She's gone for 3 weeks. So this week is 3. Next week is 2. The go-home show is 1. We could bring Punk back at the pay-per-view itself. I don't think there's any reason to bring him back before then. All right. Let's do Lita and Julia, their first match together. We'll do that tonight. Well, actually, you know what I was thinking? We'll just mess that up. We're going to do a tag team match tonight. Gunther and Balor will team up against Black and Penta. I like that idea. I like the idea of that match. We'll do Lita and Julia tonight. Who do we have left? Punk's out. Jimmy's out. Jada Parker's left. We could do Jada. Candice and Becky we've already done. We got 3 baby faces and a heel anyway. I don't think we've done Charlotte. Have we done Charlotte and Candice yet? I'm not sure if we have. I know Charlotte lost to Lita before the pay-per-view. We can always go back to that. Becky can face Jada. Kind of like that idea. We'll do Becky and Jada. We haven't done that match yet. We'll do a promo for Kane, self-promo. All right. That's a decent show. I'm looking forward to that match. That looks like it's a lot of fun. Roman calls out Jay after what happened last week. Kane will address the audience following his win over Roman Reigns. Another promo for Rollins. He will see who his next challenger is. Becky Lynch will take on Jada Parker. Well, let's actually have interference from Candice. That would actually make sense on Jada. All right, we'll have Jada interfere, or rather Candice interfere in Jada's match. Jada can't beat Candice. Lita will face Julia. One-on-one, their first match together. I guess we could do Charlotte and Lita one-on-one as well. I wouldn't mind that. And then we can save Lita and Julia for the go. I was going to save Charlotte and Lita for the go-home. Yeah, I don't think we do Charlotte and Becky again on that go-home show. I think the go-home show will consist of Roman and Jay, their next match. We'll do that on the go-home show. Lita and Julia is 2. Jada and Candice, their third match. That'll be 3. Rollins and AJ will happen at the pay-per-view. What else? Jacob and Kane, we could do that on the go-home show. That'll be a 4th match. And I would like to do Balor and Gunther for the United States Championship of the pay-per-view. So that's probably what the pay-per-view will be the 2 title matches. These 2 women's matches. The 2 women's matches. Roman J, Kane Jacob. And then, you know what? We could bring Punk back on the go-home show, and then Balor faces Punk again. I kind of like that. And Balor faces Punk. Or maybe we just do Balor facing Gunther for the U.S. Championship on SmackDown. I kind of like that idea, honestly. Balor facing Gunther for the United States title on SmackDown. Punk cost Balor the win or attempts to, and then faces him at the pay-per-view that weekend. Kind of like that one more, actually. We might do that. All right, anyway. We'll figure that out when we get to it. But let's buy the injury rehab while we're here. I'm going to use that on Punk. Reduces the probability we'll become injured in a match. Use that on Punk. Boom, so Punk will be back in 2 weeks instead. We'll use this on Jacob and AJ tonight. There can only be one, because we're doing a last man standing match. Alright, cool. Bad timing. We can never use that on Raw. Veto Champ. Let's do this one for them. Fuck Raw. We'll do that one. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's our show. It'll be Gunther and Finn Balor teaming up on SmackDown next week before they face off in 2 weeks of the United States Championship against each other. I'm going to take on two common enemies in Aleister Black and Penta. We'll do Penta and Roman Reigns next week, by the way. I promised Penta that match, so we'll probably do it next week. Roman will call out Jay. I don't know why it looks like that. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Kane self-promo. Seth Rollins promo before he finds out his next challenger. Lita will take on Julia. Actually, no, I said we were going to save that, so let's do that here. Let's do against Charlotte. Interference from Julia on Lita. Boom. Charlotte looking to get her win back. Becky also in action, this time against Jada. Candice getting involved. I like that. And then our main event, AJ Styles and Jacob Fatu. And a last man standing match. We already know fucking AJ's going to win because I booked the match. So I guess that's the match we're watching next week, by the way, because we can't watch this because I already fixed the outcome. But AJ will then move on to challenge Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship at the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, comment, share, subscribe. All that support's greatly appreciated. Be sure to check out new episodes every single week here on the channel. Until next time, guys, I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.